new watch, new babe.
So what's good, Team G fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Now listen, I gotta make a little bit of a confession, bro. I didn't used to be. I mean, I've always been an animal lover, and I've had pets before. You know what I'm saying? Short periods of time, because a lot of my pets died. You know what I'm saying? I had a parrot, it died. My mom had to air her up one morning. And then my dog, I didn't have him long, that I had when I was younger. He got ran over. So I didn't get a chance to build that bond. So I've always wondered, you know what I'm saying? I've loved animals, but I've always wondered, what's that connection that everybody has with that animal? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to understand it. So it isn't until now that I understand completely, bro, like the whole animal, like the whole pet, you know what I'm saying, relationship, that whole ordeal, bro. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, having dog, I understand why people, I used to look at them and be like, yo, they love the animals like he's a real human being. I get it now. I totally get it, bro. Like, since becoming like doing it again over, having pets now, I get it, bro. Like, I love my pets like my children. They are literally my children. You know what I'm saying? And we address them as that, like our kids. I tell my sons, I say, go get your brothers. Go get your brothers out. Like, I address it just like that. Like, they're literally a part of me. So I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? I just never knew what that connection was until now, man. And it's really serious, bro. If anything ever happened, bro, I would be messed up. Like, I would literally be messed up if something happened to them. So this video right here is going to be definitely a rough one to look at, man. Animals that ask people for help, meaning they're in, you know what I'm saying, messed up situations and conditions, man, to where they need somebody to come help them out. So we're going to check this video out, man. And if you are an animal lover, then you understand what I was trying to say or get through and convey to y'all, man, that it's legit real. It's a real feeling. It's a real bond. It's a real connection that you have with your pet, bro. And I didn't understand it fully. I understood it to some degree, but I understand it fully now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fully. So let's check this video out.
This baby deer is hopelessly stuck in the mud, and it appears the situation is dire. But then, suddenly, a human comes to its aid. Now pay attention to the way the worker operates the excavator with pinpoint accuracy. It seems this guy and his excavator appear anywhere an animal needs to be rescued from a sticky situation.
Run, baby, run!
And in this video, you'll see how an excavator was used to rescue a bear. These aren't the only cases where people come to an animal's aid, and there are even times when animals come to humans for help. This is exactly what happened when a shark got tangled up in a fishing net. The shark came so close to a boat with humans that it was obviously looking for someone to help it. The shark even waited patiently for the humans to free it. Once the rope was removed, the shark starts to swim away and wags its tail at the humans as if saying thanks.
Bye-bye. Wow, happy there. Wow, happy there.
So you can't tell me that shark wasn't grateful. Now, don't get me wrong. It's animal instinct. You still stay away from it. But you can't tell me that shark was not grateful. Speaking of which, y'all don't hear them up there making all that noise? They just got done eating, so it sounds like the boy's about to take him outside. But yeah, you can't tell me that animal is not grateful, man. The little fin wave splash in the water, it's thankful, bro. You can't tell me that wasn't him trying to communicate.
This shark, with a 12-inch knife in its head, sought help from a diving instructor. Take a look. The shark turns around and positions itself right in front of the instructor, asking for help. The irony of the situation is that this nurse shark was wounded by a human. There was no other way it could have just got injured with a knife. Thankfully, the diver managed to extract the blade from the shark's head. He even got to see it again and learn that the shark is fully recovered. Perhaps it came back to the same spot to thank its savior. Let's
Yeah, just don't confuse me with the human that did it. Let's take that.
not forget that water can be a dangerous environment for non-aquatic animals too.
Facts.
The tiny dot you see approaching the boat is a squirrel. It's trying to escape its predators, sea eagles, crows, and seagulls. And just like the shark, this squirrel is seeking help from humans. Notice how it's desperately trying to get into the boat, almost as if it knows that people will do no harm. Wet but adorable nonetheless, this creature is showing no resistance when the fisherman picks it up. The squirrel even waves goodbye with its tail, we can only assume as a thank you. Alpha predators approach humans for help sometimes as well, like this wolf with a gaping
What is that?
wound on its head. Normally it would avoid humans, but now, lonely, weak, and hungry, it cannot hunt for food. Wolves can sense their prey almost 2 miles away due to their advanced sense of smell, and this wolf detected the smell of a freshly baked bun in a woman's pocket.
It's a different looking wolf, bro. I always imagine wolves looking kind of different.
The sheer determination the wolf is displaying as it leaves the woods and approaches the woman, this account is as inspiring as it is shocking. The wolf takes the food from a human, carefully and repeatedly, making sure not to hurt their unexpected ally. There's no way that's a coincidence.
I was about to say, you're not gonna get that type of, not from that type of animal, bro. Like, that whoever gave him that food really was calm, had to be, because that could have went left at any given moment. Y'all gotta be careful with this now. Don't just think you some animal whisperer and you can just walk out there and have a connection with any animal, bro. It's not that simple. You know, they should have kind of put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video before they showed this, because this type of interaction here, this isn't always ideal. This isn't ideal, bro. This ain't what it is all the time.
It draws us a picture of the animal's thought process. Observation: the human is not acting in an aggressive way, followed by a conclusion: I can trust the human. And even a risk assessment: I would rather avoid contact.
That is extremely close. He took the food from him or hers, like, hand, like, that's close. You know what I'm saying? You can clearly see he or she is wounded by, you know what I mean, what's going on here. So their response is like, you know what I'm saying? Can I trust you? That's why you saw the hesitancy in the beginning, like looking around, like, what are your intentions? What are you trying to do here? Assess the situation. Let me see.
But I have no choice but to seek help. The ability to assess the situation in such a manner shows that the wolves have the potential to think
That's the type of wolf I'm used to seeing on screen. That's what I was looking for. That looked totally different.
rationally. It might not be what we expected from a wolf, but a recent experiment conducted by Austrian scholars proved that wolves are, in fact, more observant and savvy than domesticated dogs. And how about this sperm whale? It is clearly signaling to a diver that it needs help, and is more than accommodating while the human is trying to remove the fishing hook stuck in the whale's mouth. Look at this striking footage. It turns out, in case of emergency, even animals want to visit a dentist, and they can say, "ah," just as well as people. That's yet another proof that animals are not only intelligent, they also have the ability to empathize. Once the sperm whale is set free, it's in no rush to leave. In fact, it's so keen to express its gratitude to the diver as he strokes the whale like a puppy. Watch this sea resident make its way towards a diver as if they are best buddies. You can almost hear the turtle saying, "Hey dude, I have a shell stuck in my back. Do me a favor and remove it, eh?" And the human is only happy to oblige. Communication is key. And let's not forget about gratitude. The way the turtle tilts its head, that's definitely how they say thanks in turtle. Sometimes the trust has to be earned. The author of this video interacted with the fox for over a year by feeding it. However, one day the fox refused to eat. Instead, it grabbed the food and signaled the human to follow it. The fox clearly has a plan. Notice the way it keeps stopping to check if the human is still walking along. And what do we find at the final destination? Turns out this fox had recently become a mom and brought the human to meet the babies.
Wow.
Leading the person to the living quarters was a genius move. Now the fox can stay to protect the young, and the human can deliver the food right to them.
Animal intelligence is next level, bro. You know what I'm saying? I did a video, what was it, yesterday, and they were showing, like, I think it was a gorilla or something like that, how it took the hat off the human and put it on his head, flipped it backwards, put it on, and was just, you know what I'm saying, pretty much styling with it like he had seen humans do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, their intelligence is next level. I kid you not. Like, I came downstairs the other day, case in point, right? I came downstairs and the dog was in the cage, right? So he had been like barking and whining, trying to get somebody's attention because he wanted to get out, right? And the boys had put him in there because they were trying to do something, you know? So when I came down after, because I always wait till he stopped because I don't want him to think he does that and then I'm automatically, so he'll always do that. So I waited until he stopped and chilled, and then I let him out the cage, right? So he's sitting in the middle of the floor and he just looking at me. And I was like, what's wrong, man? I said, who did it? Who did it to you? He looked at his brother. He looked at his brother and looked back at me. I was like, so he did it? So Zion was looking at me like, did he just rat me out? I was like, listen, they're smarter than you think, bro. Like, give them some credit.
This fox, however, is much more independent. It is clearly not planning to ask for help. Instead, the fox is trying to get to these fishermen's food supply. Amazingly, it doesn't run away when the owner of the bag appears. It just waits patiently, and check this out. The fox is not only helping itself to the food, it is taking it right from the human's hand.
Wow.
Such behavior can be explained by the fact that hunting for mice is more difficult when the ground is frozen. This beautiful beast must be very hungry. In the previous clip, we saw a fox eating quality meat, yet this one is happy to munch on a sausage. Who knows? Maybe it's now the fox's favorite dish. Waiter, I'll have what they're having. Sometimes fishermen catch something much bigger than fish. These 3 bear cubs were crossing the river and unfortunately got separated from their mom and started drowning. Humans to the rescue! All that's left to do for the mama bear is to pick up her cubs where the fishermen left them. The sea eagle approached humans because it was too sick to fly. Initially, it felt so unwell, it wouldn't even accept fish offered by the human. Fortunately, the situation soon improved. The bird's appetite came back, and the eagle even lets the human stroke its head. This did not happen overnight, of course. The full recovery took a whole month.
Wow.
And every step of the way, the human took care of the bird, even though it wasn't entirely safe. Did you know that a sea eagle's beak can penetrate a bulletproof vest? Not to mention the talons. The guy in this video has to wrap his hand to avoid injury. Mind you, his back did not have enough protection, and this will definitely leave a mark. The claws are released automatically when a sea eagle lands on any surface, whether it's a tree branch or a hand of its savior. But make no mistake, the bird is not using the beak or claws to deliberately hurt the human. This sea eagle is most certainly grateful to its friend. People often risk their well-being.
He gave him that look like, it's okay, you're okay, you can pet me. Like, giving him confirmation. That's what that look back was like, you good, bro, you good. I give you permission.
To its friend. People often risk their well-being to help animals, and not just birds of prey. This video, where humans save dogs from drowning in an icy river, is yet another proof that people are selfless and eager to protect fellow living beings. These animals have no one else to rely on. Just listen to this cry for help. Thankfully, asking humans for help paid off, and the dog is safe and...
That's Lassie. Y'all remember that? That's Lassie right there. Only the old school people that were around back then. I was like super young, like hearing that name. My pops like showed me that video, that show that came on. But yeah, that's what that looks like, Lassie.
And sound.
Hang in there, buddy.
This dog also refused to give in to its dire circumstances. It cried for help for many hours before it was heard. But after being in cold water for so long, the dog couldn't move its legs and struggled to breathe due to hypothermia. Thankfully, this story has a happy ending. After recovering, the dog was given a new name, new home, and new friends. Although one thing remained the same, Charlie's kind heart and aptitude for empathy. Every time he sees his saviors, he cannot hold back his joy. How touching is that? And we are sure the helpful humans are just as happy to see Charlie. Sometimes the animals are too weak to ask for help. Fortunately, humans are happy to come to their aid without being prompted. This kitten lost its mom and nearly died from starvation. Thankfully, humans noticed a young kitten that was eating grass out of severe hunger and took it in. It came as a total surprise when the kitten grew up and turned out to be a protected species of wildcat. This cat definitely knows who saved it and expresses gratitude every time it is fed by licking the hands of the man who became his new mom. And how about this goat whose horns
Still at that right age, you need to like put them back in the wild, man, because that instinct kicks in. Now again, because I feel like I need to say this, because we all have like big hearts. You know what I'm saying? Not we all. Most of us, I would like to think, have huge hearts, man. So when we see an animal in distress, we a lot of times we don't think, we just act and we react and we go help, man, and try to figure out the way to rescue them. Always like lead with caution. Be cautious, man. You know what I'm saying? Because a wounded animal may think you're trying to, take advantage of them being wounded, and so they may strike at you or attack you. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know what you're doing, or aren't familiar, or then be careful. And if you can't, then find somebody who does. Call some type of help, animal control or something like that can help, who has experience more than you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't get yourself into a situation trying to help. Intentions are good, but you also have to be cautious of that animal as well. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I told y'all, man, I still feel a little bit like it's going into pollen season, man. And I haven't seen any pollen yet, but I just feel like it's about to come, bro. So I sound a little bit congested. But I'll be good, though. You know what I'm saying? Just gets a little more water in me. It's your boy L, man. Y'all get at me in the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought of this video, man. Animals that asked people for help, and they were grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all leave a like, share the video, subscribe, and stick around and stay tuned, man. Till next reaction, I'm out. Peace, y'all. Stay solid. Hey.